Zeke who?
He's got you on camera.
Goes out there and he plays to that level, and he's going to be, if he continues this through the next several weeks, he's going to be right in the middle of it early. And that'll really complement what we're doing with Zeke.
One of the things I like about him as a veteran player, seeing a rookie, the stage isn't too big for him. You know, I mean, him having this opportunity with Zeke out, been proud of him.
Oh, hey, that's a playmaker. TP playmaker. That's what he's going to do for us. Very excited for that young cat. He's got a good head on his shoulders, so it should be fun.
Zeke who? Zeke what? Pure shade by Big Jerry with that $1 billion smile. It was a good line, though. Jerry putting the NFL's leading rusher on blast after his backup Tony Pollard has showed out this preseason, rushing for 42 yards and a touchdown on 5 carries in Saturday's preseason win over the Rams. Ezekiel Elliott still holding out, but is back in Dallas after spending much of the summer training in Cabo. I'm going to start with the former Cowboy, Marcus Spears. Marcus, talk to me. Is Pollard's preseason a big deal or no big deal?
Yeah, it's a big deal because you need depth.
What?
You need depth, Stephen A. Look, we're not talking about Pollard stepping in for Zeke, obviously. We're talking about the depth at the running back position. When Zeke missed 6 games, they did it by committee. They had to go out and sign guys to Alfred Morris, i.e., to come in and try to compensate for this run game. If you can find that Tony Pollard possibly can carry you a couple weeks until you get this deal with Zeke done, then that's a huge deal for the Dallas Cowboys, especially in this preseason. The one thing Jerry alluded to was the fact that Pollard missed the block and got Dak Prescott hit. He got to pick up the pass protection responsibility. But look, when you have a roster spot that you've given to a kid and drafted, obviously it's a big deal when he goes in and has some success. He's not Zeke. That's not what I'm saying, but it's a big deal that he has success in this preseason based on his contract negotiation.
Well, the reason why I reacted the way that I reacted, my brother Marcus Spears, is because it's the preseason. That's why. It's not because of Ezekiel Elliott. It's the damn preseason. You stop that nonsense. He shows up for a couple of series, and now we got to stop the presence. Jerry Jones, and yeah, we gonna be all right. Oh, please, they're just trying to dig it at Ezekiel, trying to agitate him a little bit, a negotiating point, potentially to force him to come back a bit sooner than later. Stop that nonsense. Listen, Tony Pollard could play. I'm not trying to squash this opportunity. The brother had 3 decent years, played 3 years at Memphis. Okay, averaged more than 7 yards a carry. Never rushed for more than 552 yards in the season, but that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is that the brother, that's right, they threw a lot. And oh, guess what? I'm glad you brought that up, Marcus Spears, because that's one thing you failed to bring out. Aren't the Dallas Cowboys, don't they have a new offensive coordinator in Kellerman?
Yes, they
Haven't
do.
they said that what they want to do is throw the ball now significantly more than they have in the past? Aren't we getting away from using Ezekiel Elliott or anybody like him as the workhorse, the bell cow, 322 yards, 322 carries rather, as a rookie, 304 carries last year in his 3rd season? We want to get away from that. We're about to give Dak at least $30 million, right? We want him to fling that football more, right? We finally got a number 1 in Amari Cooper, right? Oh, Mr. Slow is a snail with arthritis, even though snails don't have arthritis. And Jason Witten, he's back. He's your security blanket in short yardage situations. Randall Cobb is an upgrade from Cole Beasley. So they're supposed to be throwing the football more.
Let me jump in and teach you a little football. Let me jump in and teach you a little football, please.
Please. I didn't play. You did. I did it. You did.
Positions are very important when you talk about what times of the season you're in. And in the preseason, the best read you get is figuring out who can be a runner in your backfield, who can pass protect, who can pick up protections. That is a very important portion of a running back's job in the preseason. There are some positions that are not as important when we start talking about the preseason. But what Tony Pollard is doing, these reps that he's getting with the possibility that Zeke is not there when this thing kick off for real is a huge deal to the Dallas Cowboys. Especially when you... They got Stephen A. You can talk about they want to throw it around the yard and Kellerman is going to do this and John Kitna, my guy, is the quarterback's coach and how Dak has gotten good. They built this football team. They built this football team to run the football. Believe that.
All right. A couple things here. You said John Kitna's your guy. Is that what you said?
That's my guy.
That's your guy.
John Kitna.
John Kitna.
Yep.
John Kitna.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. John Kitna's your guy. Okay. I'm leaving it there, right? Now, didn't you just say Tony Pollard? Didn't you just bring up how he had issues with pass protection?
He did.
Is that clear? Did you
He
say that?
did.
All right,
He
that's
did.
number 2. Hold on. Now, the offensive line for the Dallas Cowboys, we all know that they've been stout in the past, took a little step back last year, albeit to injuries. We get all of that. Are you expecting them to be good or great this year? Which one?
I expect them to be great. Travis Frederick is back. You got to remember, they had an all-pro Pro Bowl center that didn't play the entire season. This Cowboy football team is built for Zeke to tote the note. Stephen A., why you think we've been having all these conversations about how important Zeke is to the Cowboys? He's not in a conventional position that all other running backs are in the NFL. It's because they have created this offense for Zeke to be the feature and everything else feed off of that.
I got it. We run out a little bit of time, so I just need you to work with me here. You picked the Cowboys to come out of the NFC, is that correct?
No, actually, I picked the I did. The East out of the NFC East.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So in other words, I got you with your Super Bowl pick, and they happen to be your former team, and you happen to got a guy coming out of Memphis, Tennessee. All right, Memphis that's never rushed for more than 552 yards. Who, by the way, has an issue with pass protection out of the backfield.
He had 300 receiving yards.
But that is why
I didn't say he can't play, Molly. I didn't say he can't play. I know Tony Pollard can play. Please don't get me wrong. All I'm doing, I'm just connecting the dots I'm talking to Marcus Spears here. All of those dots.
You are one of the most educated people I know. All right? These damn reps for Tony Pollard in the preseason are vitally important if Zeke is not going to be there. You understand that, Stephen A. What I'm telling you is this. Don't look for him to replace production and be the greatest world beater at running back. But if he can come in and sustain until Zeke Elliott gets back, that is huge for the Dallas Cowboys.
No question.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is I noticed the pattern, and you gave yourself away when you said John Kitna is your boy. Only you would bring up John Kitna in an argument for the Cowboys. Only you would do that. I didn't bring him up. You brought him up.
Like you say about our boy, Tim Tebow. John Kitna is my friend. He's my friend.
Can we pay some bills, please? You two are having too much fun. I can't handle it. All right, on a much more serious note, which is going to be hard today. I know, relax.
Your friend.
Eric Reed goes at Stephen A. regarding Jay-Z's partnership with the NFL. You may be surprised how Stephen A. feels about it now. Do not go anywhere. It's First Take.
The NFL season is right around the corner.
Excitement is building as Week 1 approaches.
Who has the best chance to dethrone Tom Brady and the Pats?
Will Patrick Mahomes win back-to-back MVPs?
Are the Cowboys still an accident waiting to happen?
Which new face will have the biggest impact in their new place? We have the best debate previewing the 2019 campaign.
And then we're going to have